Hello everyone! It's been exactly a week since I said, I'm struggling with the traditional art, but I'll try to keep at it. If anyone who hasn't been following my other social media wants to take a guess at how many days it took for me to default back to digital art, please pause the video and leave your guess in the comments. I'll give you a minute. So, if you guessed one single day, then you would be absolutely 100% correct. I started really struggling on the second prompt, and instead of making myself miserable and forcing the art and getting a result that in the end I would never be pleased with, I changed the plan. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that I did. The new concept it works so well. All the monster girls are in these like picture frames, and like that cohesive element really it ties the series together, and it's cool. I'm thinking of turning it into like a small zine when October is over, maybe. Whatever happens, I do want to get a booklet printed for myself at least. If anyone else happens to be interested, then that's just a big plus, I guess. Moving on to today's prompt, Medusa. I don't know much about Greek mythology. I probably should since I studied art, but I guess I zoned out. But I know Medusa. Like, she was done so much injustice in her story. And I kinda wanted to make up for that, I guess. So I gave her this like confident, contrapose stance and this like cocky smirk with her head tilted a little bit back. And she's like looking down on us like, yes, I know I'm better than you with my cool snake hair and my beautifully draped dress. And this whole thing was basically just an excuse to look at Greek statues and study fabric draping and just go overboard with the contrapost. Not that I need an excuse for any of those things, but it's definitely nice to be validated. As much as I love the vibe of how this illustration turns out in the end, I'm kinda meh about the color palette. You'll see it later in the video, but I go back and try like 5 different color palettes in infinite combinations, and eventually I just run out of time, and I roll with it. It's not great in the end, but it'll do. The rest of it kind of makes up for it, but that's kind of like the struggle I've had with the last couple of Monster Mania illustrations. Part of me is really scared that the vampire illustration was like a lucky fluke, and that I'm actually not that good an artist, and that's why the rest of the illustrations is kind of disappointing to me. But on the other hand, I want to try and use this challenge and use this month to sort of learn to cope with my own perfectionism and imposter syndrome that is causing these feelings. The goal is to eventually maybe yeet that voice in the trash where it belongs. Anyway, it's time to leave you to watch the time lapse now. If you liked it so far, please like, comment, subscribe, and maybe share this with your friends. I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you for watching.